Government.
What is government?
Government is a group of people that governs a community or unit. It sets and administers public policy and exercises executive, political and sovereign power through customs, institutions, and laws within a state.
State distinguished from government.
The state has four elements like population, territory, government and sovereignty. Government is a narrow concept and it is an element of the state. It is rightly said the state is an organic concept in which the government is a part.
Purpose and necessity of government.
The purpose of government is to protect the individual rights of its citizens. Since rights can be assaulted both within a country or outside of it, the government must deal with either threat. This requires an army for defense of the country, and a police system to protect the individual citizens from other individuals within the country.
Forms of government.
Monarchy. The most common form of government from ancient times to the early part of the 20th century was monarchy, or rule by a hereditary king or queen. Monarchy passed through three basic stages, varying according to the nation and the political and economic climate. Constitutional government. Today most governments derive their legitimacy from national constitutions that provide a legal framework for the rule and specify how power is to be exercised and controlled. Democracy. It requires that citizens be free to organize competing political parties, engage in political campaigns, and hold elections according to agreed-upon rules. Democratic governments vary in structure. Two common forms are the parliamentary and the presidential. Dictatorship. The dictator, often a military leader, concentrates political power in himself and his clique. There is no effective rule of law. The regime may or may not have a distinctive political ideology and may or may not allow token opposition. It control of all governmental operations.
Essential elements. Powers of government.
Eminent domain. The power to take private property for public use by a state, municipality, or private person or corporation authorized to exercise functions of public character, following the payment of just compensation to the owner of that property. Police power. The capacity of the states to regulate behavior and enforce order within their territory for the betterment of the health, safety, morals, and general welfare of their inhabitants. Taxation. Constitutionally granted power of a government to impose and collect taxes, as the means of raising revenue within its jurisdiction.
Distinction among the three elements.
The police power regulate both liberty and property. The power of eminent domain and the power of taxation affect only property rights. The police power and power of taxation may be exercised only by the government. The power of eminent domain may be exercised by private entities.
Sovereignty. What is sovereignty?
The ultimate overseer, or authority, in the decision-making process of the state and in the maintenance of order. The concept of sovereignty, one of the most controversial ideas in political science and international law, is closely related to the difficult concepts of state and government and of independence and democracy.
That's all. I hope you learned something. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.